Nearly 50 years ago today, I was walking along the embankment, not as quick as I'm walking now, but I was walking along the embankment. It might have been the last few steps in my life, but for one thing. The end of the war, nothing to do, and there was a notice on the notice board. All those with theatrical experience report to, and the officer was Flight Lieutenant Bill Fraser. Bill Fraser, your Booch and Snudge and all those wonderful things. And Bill Fraser was in charge of the audition. Well, after the war, when I was demobbed, I decided to come to London because I thought at that time that London was ready for me. Now, can you imagine this arrogant idiot in a £5 suit from Burke's coming down to London? But I did. And it was that foggy, that awful winter of 46, 47. Now, it was one of the worst in history. Now, I had to pick that winter. And I got off the train at Euston, and the only at London Road. No, Euston is London. Don't tell me. And the first place I said bed and breakfast, I popped into. But having booked in, I was too shy to have the breakfast. So I used to slip out in the morning like that, as if I was going somewhere. Hungry, cold, frozen, and I just used to wander around London. So one night, it's Friday now, the end of that week. And the end of that week, I was in a parlour state. I was suffering from malnutrition, although I didn't know it. I was ill, I had holes in the bottom of my shoes, and I had 1 penny in my pocket. This might sound like a novel out of Dickens. It's true. And in this fog, I was wondering here, the embankment. And you know, out of the shape of blackness, just followed me. And you know who it was? Somebody shouted, Eric, and I turned around, Bill Fraser. Now, can you imagine that? In all the London, one man. No, I said, hello, Bill, how are you? He said, how are you? I said, I'm fine. What are you doing? He said, look, I've got to go to the theatre. Come with me. And it was the Playhouse Theatre, which is only just over there. And so he said, sit down. As I sat down in the warmth of that, and he said, I feel a bit peckish. He said, can you nip round the corner? And he gave me some money, £0.50. He said, get me some smoked salmon sandwiches, brown bread. And I brought them back, and fine. He said, help yourself. And I had one like that. He said, go on, have it. And I ate the whole lot. And he realised he didn't want, I realised he didn't need any. He was getting himself made up ready for the show. And me, I must have looked like that. So, then he said to me, how would you like to write for me? I was flabbergasted. And that was the first turning point of my life. It was really my life. And I can never thank old Bill Fraser for that.
Thank you. Have you ever met the boss before?
Yeah, well, once at that Christmas cocktail party. You know, you were there. You know, we all go every year and that. You know, he spoke a lot to me, didn't he? Had a good talk to me.
Yeah, he thought you were Richard Baker.
Well, they're very difficult, those dues. He has to circulate, and he probably had a few.
He'd had a few. I'm surprised he didn't think I was Hilda Baker. Yeah.
He's the best head of light entertainment we've had here. Knows what's going on, what everybody's up to. There's not a lot gets past him.
Yeah, I don't know. He's never been down. We've never seen him in 20 years. He's never been down on the floor. He's a sort of ethereal.
He keeps a watch on everything in the TV Times.
You mean the Radio Times?
No, he won't have that in the office. He knows all about you. That's why he wants to see you and make the presentation personally.
Thank you, Lord of all creation. Yes, I'll never laugh at Panorama again. No, I agree. Terry Wogan's microphone will fit. Thank you, Lord of all.
Have you seen him?
I've actually been in there, closeted, with him, the governor.
What's he like? Is he a big fella?
Well, they all are when you're kneeling down.
What's he like? Tell me, go on. I mean, was he distant? I mean, is he aloof?
He didn't seem to be. He never closed his eyes when I kissed him. Everything's been a challenge. You know, I've not been well, Eric. I was coughing and sneezing and spluttering the other day, and I went to the doctors.
Flu?
No, I went on the bus. When I got there, I said, what's good for wind? He gave me a kite. On top of that, after years of married bliss, the wife left me. She ran off with a fella next door, and oh, I do miss him. Then, to make matters worse, I got a phone call from my agent, which came as a shock. I thought he went down on the Titanic. I went straight down to the office where he cleans. I shook him warmly by the throat, and he told me that he wanted to see me about my new series. I couldn't believe it. I nearly dropped my begging bowl at it. I went in there and he said, the show's all wrong. He said, you're asking too many hard questions. He said, the other week that electric leg whistler from Halifax was on the show, answering questions about liver complaints in frogs. He thinks I'm Magnus Mangerson. He thinks I'm Magnus Mangerson.
I shouldn't worry about it. Forget it, forget it.
I can't. I promised his son-in-law a spot on the show. I've got to report to Block 9, number 3 cellar, Broadcasting House, Interrogation Centre.
Well, anyway, you got another job, haven't you?
Do you think it might be a different show I'm doing?
If he's got something for you, that's better for you.
Thanks, Eric. I'm sick of working with comedians. Scotty, beam me up.
You knew who that was, don't you?
He's a wrestler.
No, that's Des Lawson. Oh, he sings and that.
He's free now. I'll tell him you're here. Roger Relay to see you, sir.
Who?
Roger Relay. He's got an appointment.
Roger who?
Relay, sir.
Oh, sorry, indeed.
Will you go in, please?
I better go first. Staff.
Even if it costs £50,000, go ahead. I shall stand 4 square behind you, as I do to all my staff. Ah, come in, my dear Robert.
Roger, sir.
That's right, Roger, never forget a face. Nationwide.
No, sir. The producer. Light entertainment.
Ah. The carpets.
Sir?
I take it you are the spokesman for this delegation?
Sir?
My dear boy, I appreciate your sentiments. It's only natural to want a carpet in your office. It's more civilized. But I have to draw the line somewhere, otherwise every Tom, Dick and Harry will be indenting for a carpet. The commissioners want carpets outside in the street so they can stop them to open the gate. Then eventually they'll want 1,000 square yards to cover the car park. No, I'm sorry, but I'm going to get my heels on this. What's your grade, Ronald?
Roger, sir.
Your grade, laddie, I know your name.
MP4, sir.
MP4? Then you've only one more grade to go, MP5. And then you're entitled to a carpet, laddie. So work hard, as I know you will. Produce more top-line comedy shows. Let that carpet be your girl, and yours too. Thank you for coming.
Albert knows to see you, sir.
Yes, Miss, what? Who?
Albert knows to see you, sir. It's about the carpet.
Oh, yes, I know what it's all about. Show him in, please, Will.
Yes, sir.
Even if it costs £50,000, go ahead. I shall stand 4 square behind you, as I do to all my stock. Ah, Mr.
Nels.
Oh, congratulations. And on behalf of my department, I should like to commend your diligence and honesty to the BBC for 20 years. And if I can be of any service...
Never mind all the flannel. The point is, me and my committee would like to know your reaction to suggesting MP4 grades entitlement carpet.
Well, that's flared up again, has it? These elite chaps have been very difficult. I've already got MD Tell and Controller 1 on my back, not to mention the Beard G.
I'm not like entertainment, mate. Do I look like a comic? I'm central services.
And you want carpet?
No, we have carpets. We got carpets all over the place. I'm central services and I supply the carpets. I'm up to here with carpets. And I would like to suggest lowering the grade entitlement to MP4 in order to alleviate storing space.
Yes, of course.
Otherwise, my brothers and I, we have no alternative but to come out and go... What do you say?
Yes, of course. Put it through the usual channels.
And a fat lot of good that'll do.
And thank you for coming.
Well, all right. But not a word to the lads.
Miss,
Miss Lancaster, sir.
yes. Have I any more appointments?
No, sir, but Roger Relay wants...
Roger who?
Relay, sir.
He sounds familiar. Show him in, please.
Yes, sir.
I don't care if it costs £50,000 for the head. I shall stand 4 square behind you as I do to all my... Oh, it's you again.
Yes, sir. I'm afraid when we saw you 5 minutes ago, there was a slight misunderstanding.
No misunderstanding, laddie. I've been looking up your records and I've decided after due consideration that you shall have your carpet. In fact, all MP4 grade.
Thank you, sir. I'm most grateful. But that wasn't the purpose of our interview.
Rubber plant?
No, sir. This appointment in order to meet Mr. Sykes regarding his series.
Of course. Of course. How do you do?
How do you do, sir? And this is my sister, Hattie.
How do you do? Sit down, please.
Thank you. We've never been as far up the building as this before. 6th floor, but not since the lift stuck.
So you want to do a series, eh?
No, sir. They've already done a series. In fact, this will be their 20th year.
Splendid.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, we should thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh. Never had one of those before. Look, props.
I've had my eye on you. I take a special pride in knowing all my artists personally and viewing every show. Please forgive me for not recognizing you before. Eric, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I never forget you now. And you look quite different without your glasses.
Glasses, sir?
Yes, of course. What do you think of the show so far? Rubbish? Hello, sunshine. And you must be the one with short, hairy legs.
No, sir. This is Sykes. You're thinking of Morecambe.
Am I? Delightful place. I spent my honeymoon there. Yes, there was no television in those days. I was on radio then. Man in Black, Dick Barton, special agent, Monday night at 8. We were the pioneers then. My own humble contribution was putting the ballet on radio. It was a daring innovation, and the people listened avidly. But the cost of the ballet was absorbed, so sadly, after a year, the series lapsed. You know, some of the border governors didn't even realize there was a ballet going on. See, nowadays in television, it's all too easy with a picture to look at.
Yes, sir. With regard to Sykes.
Sykes, yes, of course. What appears to be the problem?
There's no problem, sir. You agreed to see them as a token of appreciation for their services to the BBC.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, I particularly remember that show. Which is the show that I particularly remember?
The one where he got his toe stuck in the bathtub?
Who got his toe stuck in a bathtub?
Sykes, sir. You see, what happened was, he'd gone next door to have a bath.
And now, they left scupper floor at dawn. Open with the boom defences. Let go forward, let go aft. Meanwhile, in the fjord... Achtung! People didn't die out! Yeah, it's good. Boom, 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 whoop, whoop. Bam, yeah, it's right. Oh! Hooray! Hooray! Not overboard. Leave him. Whoop, whoop. Well, that got through the net all right. Return to base. Oh. Hattie.
What is it now?
Can you get Mr. Brown?
Not again.
Yes, my toe.
I don't like to ask him. Are you sure your toe's stuck in the tap?
Well, of course I'm sure it's stuck in the tap. I'm sitting here facing it. It's right there. Oh, look, Hattie, the water's getting cold.
Oh, pour some more hot in.
It's stuck up the hot water tap. Oh, and ask him to bring us back a hat. Who is it? Oh, come in.
Really, Sykes, this is a ridiculous situation to be in. Why'd you have to put your toe in the tap in the first place?
Well, it drips, you see.
My taps do not drip. I had new washers fixed last week.
Well, your washers drip, then.
Well, now
Oh. Never been as bad as this before.
I can't budge it at all.
Hey, she'll never be able to dance again.
Well, don't make such a drama of it, Sykes. Now, when I hit, you pull. Ready? Can't you move it at all?
Do you think I like sitting here while you funk it about with a spanner?
I'm going to try to be helpful, Sykes. After all, it is my bath, and do you think I like hitting my tap?
Mr. Brown, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you try a gentle little... Wait a minute, no. Try and flush it out.
Yes, that's quite a good idea. Righto. Oh! Sykes, you knew that was going to happen. Get through
Hetty, go get the PCC.
What shall I do?
Go get the plumber. He lives across the road. Hurry up before he breaks my toe.
Really, Sykes, this is too much. Here you are, a guest in my bath, and all you do is to take advantage of it. As I told you last week, taps are for water, not for toe receptacles.
I can't understand it. It's the same tap.
Well, you must have put on weight, then.
I haven't. I've lost a couple of pounds.
Well, you put weight on your toe, then.
I'm not in the habit of weighing my toes.
Sykes, I don't like your attitude.
Well, it's silly, isn't it, blaming it on a toe that can't speak?
That's as may be. But you should never have shoved it up in the first place. Now, because of your insatiable curiosity, I shall have to screw the whole thing off.
Well, be careful. Oh, be careful.
No, it's all right, dear.
Remember that, darling? Push it over and
No,
over.
somebody's giving. Somebody's giving. Look at that, Sykes. Brand new spanner. This is going to cost you a packet. Well, you better lie there until the plumber comes, and I hope the water's cold.
It's freezing. Have to be an Arctic patrol. And now, Bear Island.
Very short show, wasn't it?
That was only the start, sir. You see, they had to remove the bath and place it in the street.
Excuse me if I carry on. And what happened was then, you see, they took the bath out, and 4 people carried it shoulder high, and I was in it.
See, and Eric...
And there was a passerby, wasn't there?
Yes,
And he took his hat off like that,
Yes.
thinking it was a sarcophagus.
It was a sarcophagus, you see.
Yeah, and anyway, I went to the casualty department,
The
and
casualty-
sitting there in the casualty department, there's a man with his head stuck in a...
Pudding basin.
No, it wasn't a pudding basin.
It was a pudding basin with a handle on it.
Well, he was sitting there, and on his head he had a... Yeah, he had a pudding basin on his head.
Jock. Oh, Jock. Couldn't get my trousers on over this. My sister liked the foot.
What happened to you then?
Got my toes stuck in the tap.
That's a silly thing to do, isn't it? One born every minute, isn't it?
It was an accident.
Accident? You should never have stuck your tap there in the first place.
Toffee? How'd you manage that then?
Oh, what's a £1 note in there?
What's that?
Oh, I don't know how to get my flipping hand out, do I? Might be an IOU. It's not as silly as yours, though, mate, is it?
Toes stuck in a vase, have I?
Hello. What happened to you then, mate?
It's obvious, isn't it? I've been stuck in here since yesterday, so the missus says. Might be a week for all I know.
Is it Mr. Thompson?
Kelly.
Ned Kelly?
Tom.
You got a chin like Mr. Thompson.
What's the weather like?
Quite mild. The sun was out this afternoon.
I thought so. Very hot and sticky in here.
All right, though, when it rains, eh? Not wet, but loud. I've got my toes stuck in a tap.
I've had that before twice.
I've got a vase on my hand.
No, that mind. That stiff will be the toe will be stiff at the poker tomorrow. Oh,
Nothing's as bad as mine. Have you ever sat watching a piece of tin for hours? Good on television last night, they tell me.
I missed it too. I was in the bathroom, stuck there.
What about me? Sat facing television and nothing but sound.
Well, why don't you listen to the radio then?
Nah, we always watch telly.
Oh. He's on this side.
That's all right, mate. You go on. I only have to go back to work.
Right. Made in Birmingham.
Who's gone?
Toe in tap.
What's the doctor like?
Or about 5'7", round neck, square shoulders. And
Yes, yes, that'll be
little
Dr. Parker. He's good, he is. Who's that singing? They don't like that here, you know.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. That was marvellous. Look, you can see colour coming back. I can wiggle it a bit now.
Ah, splendid. Well, don't you do anything so foolish again.
I won't, Doctor. Thank you very much. Captain Trap. I'm off now.
Wished I was. I say I wish I was.
Where is it? Eric! Oh, Eric, thank goodness you've come. I've been waiting about 3 hours. Have you got the front door key?
Well, there's one behind the door on a string.
Well, I asked Mr. Brown to help.
There you are, Sykes. Come quickly. I've been stuck here for 4 hours and Come and open the door.
Oh, all right.
Don't do that.
Remember the chap?
No!
There's only one key and you've got your hand on it.
Well, Eric, you'll just have to get down the coal hole.
I'm not going down the coal at this time of night.
Well, I can't go. I'm too big, you know.
Hurry up, Sykes. I'm losing all feeling in this hand.
Oh, what about the door? Ding!
Oh!
Go down that coal hole. It's not seemly for a man with a bad leg. He said this foot hasn't got to be used for 3 or 4 weeks' time. And then when he does, when he...
By Jove, that sounds absolutely marvellous.
Yes, sir.
Hold the autumn schedule. I think I've got the show to kick off the season.
We've already done it, sir.
You've done it? Who was in it?
I was. Well, we were in it inadvertently. So.
Thank you, miss. Thank you. See, that is one of the great difficulties of light entertainment. One comes up with a brilliant idea like this, and it's been done already. Still, I think this is strong enough to warrant another airing.
Another airing?
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
I just had an idea. Roughly, a man is having a bath. Yes. And make an appointment for me to see the 2 Ronnies. If this doesn't get them off the ground, nothing will.
Yeah, but sir, that's mine.
Don't worry. I'll find something for you. I don't occupy this hot seat for nothing, you know. Now, Randolph.
Roger.
Yes, I've been mulling over an idea for a new show. It's a big show. Saturday night warm spot that I think might fit Mr...
Sykes, sir.
Not Bill Sykes, eh?
No, sir, Sykes with a Y.
Right. Now, Mr. with a Y. See how this idea grabs you. And I hope it does, because I can see a green light here. It's a sort of game with the public participating. You would be the master of ceremonies, assisted, of course, by your partner. And subject to discussion, of course, we're going to call it the generating game.
Excuse me, sir. The generation game?
Do you think that's a better title?
It's the one they're using, sir.
The generation game? It's already in production?
It's been going for 6 years, sir.
I wish you chappies wouldn't jump the gun. I was still considering the format. I was going to give it a Saturday night slot. That is not an ashtray. Can't you read? Henry IV, Part 2.
I'm sorry, it doesn't look like Henry IV part. I thought he had a bigger head than that.
Perhaps you'll think me a sentimental old fool, But these artifacts have played a great part in the history of broadcasting. I haven't always had the trappings of power, you know. I was once a humble effects man. Remember Itmar? Come in. Can I do you now, sir?
Mrs. Mott.
Come in. I don't mind if I do.
Colonel Chinstrap!
Come in. After you, Claude. No, after you, Cecil.
Pass. Oh, and there's that other one. All right, all right.
That door kept the nation going through its darkest hours. Remember this? Don't forget the diver.
I remember that. I thought it was a real diver.
Oh, a lot of people did, oh yes. You see, words are easy to say, but it's the background, the atmosphere created by the backroom boys that makes a show. After the war, I went into drama, more serious productions. God for Harry, England and St. George!
Yes, sir?
Oh, get out.
He won't be long now. He's playing with his coconuts.
What's that Henry IV Part 2?
Remember it?
Yeah. Wasn't it about a man on a horse?
Nowadays, it'd be done on television. You'd have to get a real horse. And with due respect, a horse does not have the accurate sound that one can get from these.
And you don't have to feed them.
It looks easy, doesn't it?
No, no. I mean, you obviously know your coconuts.
Go on, trot. Now, break into a canter. It's very good.
Aye.
Are you sure you haven't done it before?
No, I've never done it before, have
He has never done it before. Well, we usually eat them.
Try a gallop.
A gallop?
Don't tease anybody else.
A gallop.
Put it up.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
Ah! Ow!
What's that?
I fell off.
I'm not surprised the speed you were going.
Sorry, I let him have his head then a bit. He's winded.
How would you like to do a radio series?
No, sir, no. I think we're better off on television.
You'll still be on television, in radio. I've got to submit this idea to the BFG, of course, but it's a completely revolutionary concept in our autumn schedules. We alternate. 1 hour of television and 1 of radio.
All on television?
Exactly, all on television. Well, doesn't that excite you?
Yeah. It's just, excuse me, sir, but when you had, like, radio on, what would be the picture on television while you were having radio?
Nothing. That's the beauty of it. Absolutely nothing. Except the caption, the radio hour. 1 hour of picture and 1 hour of radio. You see, research tells us that more people watch television. Very well. If they watch an hour of television, we have got a captive audience for radio.
Yes, sir, yeah, but what's to stop it? Like when they have radio and no picture on the BBC, what's to stop the IT people from switching on to the ITV?
They wouldn't do that. That is the ace up our sleeve. ITV haven't got radio.
Yes, sir. Regarding this interview, the purpose of it is to meet Sykes, because we all feel, well, that is, we in the department feel that having done 20 years of the same series, we'd like to present a clock. And if you would be gracious enough to...
Well, I'll grant you that the man on the bath idea is funny, but it's not an enormous output for 20 years.
Yeah, no, sir, no, we've done other shows, haven't we? We've done
Really?
other...
yes, hundreds.
Well, what are you staring at? You never seen a tiller girl before? That's all, folks. I'm swinging on the lights.
What?
I've got a good idea. Let's leave the rest of all that stuff over there tonight, because we have burnt a lot of it.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. We don't want to burst the boiler.
No.
And we'll clear it up tomorrow.
Yes.
In the daylight, with the police present. Yeah. We'll sit in and watch television tonight. Have a good old... Oh, crikey, Hibson's Ghosts. No, not watching that.
It won't be very long, Eric. I'm just going out.
Stop it. Where are you going?
To the Ladies' Guild.
Yeah, well, I'm coming with you.
Oh, but you can't. You're not allowed. It's the Ladies' Guild. I mean, we might be talking about underwear.
I'll join in.
No.
Best.
No, Eric.
Oh, I'm not stopping here on my own. That's a cert.
Oh, well, you're not afraid of ghosts, are you?
Of course I'm not afraid of ghosts.
No.
It's just that...
I'll only be about an hour,
Just a
Eric.
minute, just a minute. Before you go, look at your wrist.
What?
And by George, look over there, the manifestation. Over there. Right, now. There. Now, you have to take me with you, don't you?
Eric, take these handcuffs off, please.
No, either you go with me here or we stay outside together and together.
Give me the key.
Now, look, I'm not afraid of ghosts. Don't think that. I'm not a child. It's just that I'm not staying here alone at night in this house with him in the dark.
All right, we'll go to the pictures together.
Promise?
Yes.
Yeah, but one of your promises, not one of mine.
I promise.
Right,
Yes.
Lord. We've got the local. There's a good one on there.
Oh, not the local, Eric. There's such old films there.
Old films? Rubbish. You enjoyed Shirley Temple last week, didn't you? Right.
What are you looking for, dear?
The key, I put it down here.
With the rubbish?
With that rubbish.
I put it in the boiler.
You put it in the boiler? I bet you're freedom in that boiler.
Oh, Eric, this is all your fault. You know that, don't you? You shouldn't have told me the story. You promised Uncle Edward he'd said he'd come back and get me.
Look at
He's
that.
getting you.
Present it to the great Eduardo. This is it. This is it. He's done it. We're doomed. We're doomed to walk the streets. Now, just a minute. Now, pull yourself together. There are policemen to release us. There's a phone.
Oh.
Get to the phone. He just... Oh, man. Well, he didn't visualize that we'd have a phone. Tell them.
Please. Oh, hello. You don't know me, but I wonder if you could possibly spare a policeman. No, I'm not lonely. No, it's just that my brother and I are handcuffed together, you see, and I put the key in the boiler.
Well, what would he say?
Get it out of the boiler.
It's a fine thing. It'll be days before that thing cools off. They can pick that thing up. You've got to use subterfuge with these policemen. Look, what's this low fuse in now, right? We want policemen here? Come on. Hello, police. Yes, this is 24 Sebastopol Terrace. 24. You've got that? Good. Well, I'd like to report... What you done? You've croaked him.
Right, let's get out of here right away.
Put the phone down. He may be phoning the police.
Right, let's get away from 24 Sebastopol Terrace as quick as we can.
What are you talking about?
In 3 minutes, this place will be swarming with policemen. Let's go and put the kettle on.
It's a long 3 minutes.
Well, crikey, they can't be bothered with murders and things, what with the traffic problem we have. Do you know what the congestion's like in the West End? Look, Hattie, I'll tell you what we'll do. As soon as we've eaten, I'll take you down to the police station, OK?
All right, then.
Right, then. Aha. Now, that's a snag. There's a snag here. Just a minute. Sit here. Right? Oh,
Eric, if you sat at that end of the table, I could eat my dinner.
yeah, I know. Well, when I'm finished, we'll go down. It's just as roll as long, isn't it? Just a minute. Get that plate. Get that plate. Get that plate. Put it there. There we are. OK?
Yeah, feeling nice and full. Yes. You want salt?
I don't want salt, please.
Salt?
I don't want you died over there.
Now.
Okay, now, can we get going now?
Bread. I know you like bread.
All right, we'll have some bread.
There we are.
Right, are you quite all right now?
Yes.
Honestly?
Oh, stop by the head.
I mustn't grumble, I did get a bit. Now then, come on, let's get some, because I'm...
Well, I can't. If you're going to...
I'll tell you what we'll do. Now, let's pretend we're one person, right? Just got one pair of hands. Go on. Right, come on now. There we are. Good.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Now, look, I'll cut it. That's right. There we are. You've got... I mean,
It's working.
is it okay? Right, now, don't forget the inner. Now, don't get in there. Bit of bacon, that's it. Down the mushroom, get the mushroom. That's the one.
Actually, I'm not really hungry.
Well, you've had my dinner as well. Look, have you had enough then? Can I just have a little go?
I'm sorry, yes, of course.
Thank you. Good.
I'll put the kettle on.
Look, we're going down to the police station right now. And we'll have a meal at Tom's Cafe on the way home.
Yes, all right, okay.
I will never get through that. I could have been sitting there for hours starving. Right, now... now, just a minute. There's another snag here now. Come on. Now then, if you... come here. Yeah, that's better. Now, like, there we are. Right. Now, you're gonna... Come out. Ole. Look, just put them over there, like they do on the films, okay?
Yes, all right.
Now, let's get down to this food.
Trust me?
No, well, yes.
Come on now, madam, inside. I won't bite you.
I'd rather stand here if you don't mind.
Very well, have it your own way. Any more, Count? coffee.
Well, you haven't been idle, I'll say that for you. But what you want is a show with a good guest artist. Eh, Rufus?
Roger, sir.
Yeah, we've done shows with guest artists, haven't we, sir?
What did you do that for?
Pardon?
What did you do that for?
It was looking at me. And it's all grey, isn't it? It's grey. It should be pink and frothy.
Red man.
Yeah, that's the red man. I'm going to be the milkman. Then I'll be the paper boy. Then it'll be a penny for the guy and the first Noel. Young Conservatives. Then Happy New Year. Nothing ever happens. Why doesn't something different happen? Boredom. Nothing ever happens in this place.
Spare a moment. Excuse me.
If you don't mind.
Excuse me.
If you don't mind, we'll pay up.
Shut the
Yeah. Hang on a minute, I know you, don't I? It's Herbert Ernest. No, it ain't, no, it's Eric.
That's right, that's Eric.
Eric, yeah. I recognise you. Both of you. Yeah. Yeah.
May I ask who you are?
Certainly, darling. This is who I am. Come here.
Just give it, come here.
Please.
Over Sorry to keep throwing you about, mate, but don't you know who I am?
Yeah, weren't you in Peter Pan with a crutch?
No, I'm Tommy Grando, little Tommy Grando. Don't you remember?
Wait a minute, didn't you run away to sea?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Little Tommy Grando.
And we all used to play round the back of the old bakery there.
That's right, we did.
Yeah.
Little Tommy Grando.
Yeah, that's right. Little Tommy Grando. You was always hitting me, weren't you?
Yeah, well, it's done you good, hasn't it? I mean, look at you now. Don't I say all the time, I wish somebody had taken the trouble to hit me more often.
Well, it's never too late, mate.
Would you like a cup of tea?
No, thanks, love. I never go near tea. I don't like it. I drinks this here special brew of my own. Have a swig of that, me old China. That'll blow the back of your shirt up.
Oh, that's powerful, that.
Yeah, but you're drinking it the wrong way. You're not getting the benefits, mate. If you let it go down like that, it'll evaporate before it gets done. What you've got to do, you've got to take a swig like that, give it a whirl in the back of the neck and get out the tubes down there. Pull it out and go straight down the leg in the flabbernacker jawkers down that side. Straight down to the tubes. Marvellous.
I didn't know.
Try it now. Try.
I thought you were a mason.
Once. That's it now.
What's in that?
In here, Scotch, gin, aftershave, with added boot polish.
That's poison.
Yeah, but it's good for you. Oh, look at the way it's making your eyes shine, thanks to added boot polish. Do you remember one cold winter's night when we was all standing around the back of the old bakehouse there?
Yeah, wait a minute, we used to stand there every night.
You were not on Sunday.
Where did we used to stand Sunday?
Oh, we used to stand in different places.
Nah, I never.
But where did you used to stand?
You're asking a lot of questions, aren't you?
No, it's just that we missed you.
Well, you remember I always used to pump the organ on Sundays. You remember that? 5 years I pumped away that organ.
Good heavens, 5 years.
Yeah. My one regret is that I had to give up my music.
You were very musical.
Oh, yeah. Well, once you got it, you know, got to hear, it's there, you know. I was the best organ pumper in the business. They never had one like me. I can tell you, it's clear as a bell now. There was 23 pumps, slow pumps for a bike with me. And 48 for Rock of Ages. And not many people know that, you know.
No, I didn't know that. 48 for Rock of Ages.
That's in the Guinness Book of Records, that is. And in the Hallelujah chorus, oh, my little arms was a blur. Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful. I tell a lie. It was a Tuesday.
What was Tuesday?
We were standing against the wall of the old bakehouse there. You had your back up against a nice warm wall. It was my turn to stand under the window and sniff the smell of the old bread coming through there.
Oh, yeah, that was the best place.
Yeah. And I looked up at the stars, and I said to myself, I promised myself, one day when I was 14, I says, I'm going away to sea, and I'm going to be rich when I come back. I said that.
I remember you saying that.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah. And also said, when I come back, I'm going to be so rich, I'm going to marry you.
Oh. Those silly things we do when we're kids.
What about Friday, then?
Splendid. What was the name of the chappie in that?
Peter Sellers, sir.
Wasn't he in Wagoner's Walk?
No, sir, I don't think so, sir. No, he was too tall.
Yes, Miss...
Your next appointment is here, sir.
Oh, who is it?
It's John Cleese, sir.
Oh, yes, I'll see him in a minute. John Cleese, eh? I suspect trouble there. These newsreaders can be very difficult. Well, as you see, my work is never done. But I hope you'll feel when you do our next series that you'll be in good hands.
Yes, sir. Sir?
Yeah. What is it, Roger?
Roger, sir.
Roger.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I am Roger.
Well?
Yes, well, regarding the presentation, sir, we in the department got together and bought a gold clock.
Yes, you've mentioned that already.
And we would deem it an honour if you would...
Oh, my dear Rodney, of course I'm deeply touched. Rest assured I shall treasure this. And thank you for coming.
But, sir...
some other time, Daddy, I have other people to attend to.
Yes, but, sir, I think I should point... Yeah, but, sir,
Those cupboards are lovely, Elsie.
Yes, Jack made them. Aren't they good?
I can't wait to meet your husband.
Oh, well, he won't be home till 7 this evening. He's so house-proud. See that wallpaper?
Jack put it up.
Yes. And look at those bookshelves.
Oh, well, they're very nice.
Jack made them. See these books?
Jack wrote them.
Eric.
Jack bound them.
Bound them?
Look, real leather.
Oh, they're lovely.
Of course, he hasn't finished this room yet. He's just put down these floorboards, then he's got to paint the ceiling. I'll show you some of the other rooms Jack did.
Yes.
Oh, goody, goody. Oh.
Behave yourself.
Bubble. Bubble. To this floor. One good pull, can you be in the basement? Yeah, dump.
Oh! Eric! get upset, dear. Look, it's only 11 o'clock. By the time Jack comes back, we'll have the whole place shipshape again.
He gets so angry. He's always sorry through me rolling.
It doesn't hit you with it.
No. Once he's sawn through it, it seems to settle him.
It's funny, isn't it?
That's the paint cleaned up.
Oh, you wiped it all up?
Yes, some of it. Yes, no, on one wall I've managed to give it a lovely stippled effect. No, it's all right. Do you know what? It's not just a wall now. It's a mural. Look, what I've done, if you get a little bit of light underneath that, it'll look like midnight on the Bear Mountain. This is so good, I'm not going to take the kudos. I'm going to pretend that you did it.
Come on, you're only making things worse. Now, don't worry, we're going to go up now. We're going to buy a new floorboard. When we come back, we'll see what can be done.
Do you know how much night on the Bear Mountain is?
How much?
I better get a new rolling thing.
Oh, very clever. I'm sorry, Constable, I didn't see you there.
Oh, so you weren't looking where you were going, eh?
No, we were talking. You see, Eric...
Oh, look here, Constable, we're in a bit of a hurry and there's no harm done.
No harm done. A suspected fracture of the nut, to say nothing of the heat from your radiator. I may be marked for life.
Oh, if you intend to crouch in the road, you ought to tie a red flag on your helmet.
Now, look here, madam. My helmet has got the... Oh, just look at it.
There's a bit of luck. If you hadn't had that on your head, like a potato in a chipper it would have been. There's always a bright side, Constable.
Thank you.
Hooray!
Oh, well, now look what you've done.
Well done, it's your helmet.
You pushed me.
Oh, I can see his insurance claim now. Radiator damage due to policeman charging it head first.
All right. I'll let you off this time. But I shall be watching you. Anything I can book you for from now on, I will.
Oh, by the way, Constable, if you want to stop a car in future, do that.
All right, my son. Parky. And obstruction. Aye. This is going to be funny.
Here, I could have walked right into that plank. Why didn't you warn me?
Blank or blank?
Get the rope on in our hat.
Oh, well, you've done it again.
You frightened the life out of me. What have you done to your face?
It's wedding cake, sir.
Congratulations.
Don't congratulate the big twit. He's just ruined my cake.
Big twit, eh? Right, that does it. I'm running you in.
Good. Then you can explain to the inspector why you pushed your face into his daughter's wedding cake.
Inspector's daughter?
Yes.
Your head's getting you into a bit of trouble today, isn't it, Constable?
I'll deal with you in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Now, look, bud, here's a couple of quid. And you can say you fell.
A couple? You've got more than a couple of quid worth on your face.
All right, then. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's a £5, and you fell. All right?
Well, it's not very honest. But I'll do it, just this once.
Oh, all the rotten coincidences belonging to the inspector's daughter. Wait a minute. The inspector's not married. Oi! Cake man, here!
Oh, cake man.
It's all tied on, Eric.
Good, quick, get in.
Oi! I've been looking for you. Trying to get my van out.
Oh, it's your van, is it? What a silly place to park. We couldn't get our blank out.
I'll get this lot out of the way.
Can you back up a bit, Eric? Yeah. Yes, we could go.
That's a silly thing to do, opening a door like that.
You have to open the door to get in the car.
On the other side.
And sit on my brother's lap.
Ah, sweet.
There's a lot of them around this morning, aren't there?
Hello, Jock.
And secondly, for telling me that it was the inspector's daughter and extorting money by false pretenses. And thirdly...
Yeah, did you see that?
I say,
It's you. Have you followed us all this way?
you could have killed me.
Killed you? What utter rubbish.
I'm not
It was
talking
you
rubbish.
who bumped into me.
I'm not talking
I'll
about
say this
that.
for you. You're a fast runner.
I'm not talking about running. I'm talking about...
Say, do you mind getting your hand off this car? I've just cleaned it.
trousers.
No, thank you.
You want to get that shirt washed, mate?
I've been sitting up there on the back of that...
What?
What? Where is it?
Don't know.
Didn't you tie it on?
Well, there's the rope.
You tied a 25-foot plank over a titty bit of rope like that? I wouldn't put that in a size 6 boot.
There was more than that. It's just disappeared.
Disappeared? There's only one place where a rope can disappear, and that's India. Show me a minaret.
Just have to go back and pick it up.
Pick it up? We've got to find it first.
Oh, well, don't be so silly. It's a 25-foot plank. No one's just going to pick it up and shove it in their handbag.
Supposing somebody's picked it up and a nice little... And even now they're going in front of it.
We'll have to go back to the woodyard, won't we?
And get another one. Oh.
Now, listen, if it hadn't have been for you, this would never have happened.
I don't know what you're on about.
Oh, I keep telling you, it's a chargeable offence to have it sticking out that far.
But I keep telling you it isn't mine.
Oh, I see. I suppose it was a little twig when you set off.
All right, all right. What's the trouble, then?
Oh, no, not another plank.
Tell me, officer, how far out does the law allow for a plank to stick, eh?
Just a minute, lad, just a minute.
What is it? It's wedding cake, that's what it is. Right. I shall have them now. They'll have to go back to the timber yard for another one, you know. Hey, what about this plank? Oh, well, if nobody claims it in 3 days, it's yours.
Oh. Right.
I'll have that.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Mistaken identity. I thought I recognised the legs.
Oh, they're mine, all right.
Pardon?
I say they're my legs.
Oh, yes, naturally, sir, yes. No, you see, what it is, I'm looking for a lady and a man carrying a plank. It's very similar to this one.
Oh, I know who you mean. Yeah, that bloke and his sister. Came for a floorboard.
What, one floorboard? Must be a very narrow room.
Right, where are they, then? There, just before me, that way. Yeah, but they weren't carrying a plank. Just inquired if one had been returned.
Eh?
I say they didn't have a plank.
Aye, with a plank, that's them, yeah.
No, they didn't have a plank.
Yeah, that's what I said, with a plank, yeah. Which way did they go, then?
That way.
Oh, right,
He'd hear much better if he took that wedding cake out of his luggo.
Oh, quick, in here!
I told you, shut in the dark.
Where is it, Elsie?
What?
The plank. We haven't got it.
Oh, you have?
No, we haven't got. No, we thought you had it.
Yeah, you see, it was on top of the car. But when we arrived here, it was gone.
Gone? Have you looked in the boot?
In the boot. No, we haven't. We haven't.
Look, for goodness sake, it's 25 feet long. Of course, we went back to the timber yard at once, and the man there promised that if anybody took it back there, they'd send it on here
Yeah.
immediately.
Well, nobody's been here with it. There's only been the postman, and he wouldn't have it. Would he?
Of course he wouldn't. Be in the sorting office now. He won't get it till tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Well, Jack will be home at 7. Oh, what are we going to do? I could set fire to the room, say it was an accident.
That's it.
Oh, you couldn't set fire to the room, indeed. We'll just have to find the plank.
Well, you'll have to be back by 5 and fix it.
Oh, don't worry, we'll be back long before then. Come on, then.
Well, if you're not, what shall I do? I want to insure a room against fire.
There it is. It's a bit of luck, isn't it?
Is it?
How did it got here?
There's a bit of a wind about, you know.
Yes, I know.
Lucky we got this. They don't grow on trees.
And where do you think you're going with that?
Well, that's no concern of yours.
Oh, yes, it is. It's my plank.
Your plank? You needn't have thought of it. You hadn't seen us pick it up.
My plank, I'm telling you.
It's not your plank.
Aye. Well, I've got them at last.
Let go of it. Take your hands off it. This plank belongs to my brother and I.
Let's not lose our dignity. Now, let's listen to this. If this is your plank, where did you get it from?
I brought it with me this morning.
Oh, you
You've had a pill, haven't you? Let's go gently into this. All timber is marked. All what I mean is, where did you get it from? Where did it come from before then?
Oh, up a tree, of course.
Up a tree? Whoever saw a tree this shape?
Oh, I'm no expert on the shape of trees, lady. All I know is that this is my plank. If you don't let go, I'm going to call a copper.
You can... Just a minute. There's one over there that looks like one.
Ah, do you still feel the same about calling a copper?
We'll do better than that. We'll go over to him.
We will. We'll go over to him.
We'll go over to him.
Eric, it's what's his name?
Well, it's all right. He'll vouch for us. He saw us.
Oh, yes, of course.
I saw these people walking down the street with this plank. They're trying to pinch it.
There, what...
Hello. So we meet again, eh? Nemesis.
For the moment.
Constable, that man is a plank stealer.
plank stealer?
One man
Just
down on the
Just a moment,
This
please.
man comes up, he's in up, said it belongs to him.
Do you mind, please? Just a moment now. There are one or two little points to clear up first. Now, when carrying a long plank atop a vehicle, the law only requires a small bit of rag to denote the end of it. It is not necessary to carry a man.
A man?
That's right, sir. The last time I saw their car, they had a plank and there was a man on the end of it.
A little man.
Oh, little one, yeah.
He banged his head on the car radiator.
What's that?
I was just telling him about your...
Hey?
He's got a bit of wedding cake in his ear.
All right. What are you looking at then, eh? What are you looking at? Oh, that's better. A little bit of wedding cake.
I told you.
Here. Let's find another policeman.
Oh, no. Don't hurt his feelings. I mean, he may not be up to Interpol standard, but he can sort this out.
We'll settle this between ourselves then. Now, how long was your plank?
25 foot.
Right. Well, it's nowhere near 25 feet long. Any fool can see that.
You could have sawn some off.
What, with me knife and fork?
A man will do anything when he's hungry.
Here. Constable, these people are trying to pinch my plank.
Much as I hate to side with these people, they did have a plank this morning.
Thank you, Constable, you see. And if you've any tickets for the police ball...
Now, wait a minute. Here, you look up there. You can see the name of my firm.
Oh, it's a Russian firm.
No, madam, you're reading it upside down. The name is Crofts.
He's right, Eric. It is his plank. I'm sorry.
I told you.
Oh, well, that seems to be it then.
It's not it, Constable. You saw it when you were at your wedding.
Look, sir, if I were you, I should go and have a look in Gold Brick Street. I think that's where your plank is.
Gold Brick Street? We haven't been anywhere near Gold Brick Street. On earth could it have got there?
Oh, it could have... You can keep that one. We have a longer one in Gold Brick Street.
Oh, well, back to work then.
Just a moment, sir, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Are you going to leave that plank there?
Yeah.
Well, you are going the right way to have it pinched, aren't you?
Why?
Well, instead of leaving it lying around on the pavement, why don't you get it locked up in a cupboard somewhere?
Constable, I put this plank down there for a purpose.
Oh?
Yeah, I've been cementing the pavement, and this is to stop people walking on it.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Why did you not say so in the first place?
I say, wait a minute. Hang on a minute. Oh, wait.
Oh, all right, come on, get on with it, get on with it.
Oh, would you talk to me, Father?
Never mind, the mother, we found the plank.
Oh, come in quick, then.
Come on, Harry, help you with it. All right, it's only a little bit gone. Now, look gentle now, as you are on your left.
Oh, my front door!
It's not your front door, that's our car window. As you are now, be careful. That's your front door. But I I think we're in anyway. Are we in now?
Come on, Bobby, come on. All right, put it down now. Okay, come on, get out. Come on. Oh. All right. I'll walk from here.
You'll be all right if you don't run.
Now, where you left, son, you can move.
Well, if you finish it in time, you'll give me a ring at me mother's.
Don't worry about your mother,
You
innocent.
don't know Jack when he's in a temper. Eric, look who's coming up the garden path. What's the matter with his feet?
Oh, what's the matter with his feet?
What is it?
It's a policeman.
A policeman? Well, don't worry, Elsie. Eric will handle him. Eric.
All right. Don't start looking at my feet.
Well, I wasn't. It isn't that. Jack, I want you to meet two friends of mine.
Jack, it's her husband.
Eric,
tried to trick you. And what about that basket of fruit I sent you when you was ill? And at half price.
Well, let's forget our 20p.
I've already laid out 20 quid on West...
I don't want you to take this the wrong way. But are you trustworthy?
Pardon?
I mean, you wouldn't let a friend down, would
No,
you?
I definitely wouldn't let a friend down.
No, I'm glad to know that, because I've just had a wager on Sebastopol Rovers.
No, we can't even get the name right. It's Rangers.
You know my opinion about gambling. If I were, well, in charge, I'd have the whole... It's no good. I'm sorry, Roger. That's you.
Is there an actor in the audience?
May I ask who you are?
Certainly, darling. This is who I am. I'm here.
Just give it, come here.
Please.
Look, mate, I'm sorry to keep throwing you around and all that. Honey, don't you know who I am?